Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining in. It's been such a beautiful week. Feel so grateful. Feel so grateful for these opportunities just to come together for this time, very precious time that we have together. This is the only moment that's important to align ourselves with something much greater than what we believe ourselves to be. And just as I was sat here meditating before we started, I was asking myself, well, what's all this about? And really, it's all about joy. It's about being joyful and allowing whatever needs to happen to happen. And I think a lesson for me has been not planning. I haven't been particularly planning these episodes, although I came up with a title, but yeah, I still wasn't sure. It was like the title was given to me again. And then it's like, oh, this is interesting. So it's all one big experiment, and we're just going to see what comes from that. And as always, my deepest prayer is really just to allow myself to get out of the way, just to allow the concept to drift off, and to allow something real to come through, something true, something unique, something wonderful. And so I think that's what this time is about, that we can all just relax. We can just relax into this. We can deepen in our prayer of the heart, to understand ourselves more deeply. And that's really the only reason why we join. So yeah, I just feel so grateful. I'm so happy really that I've had so many wonderful joinings with new friends and old friends, and a lot of sharing's been going on, many miracles. And one thing that actually did come to my mind is a friend. She shared a beautiful experience that she had. She listened to, I recommend this actually, it's the Source Code Spreaker talk by David Hoffmeister. It was recorded here in the house. Absolutely amazing talk, really beautiful, out of time, completely. A very transcendental talk, that's for sure, to really loosen you up from your mind. And my friend said she listened to it, and then she went outside and the whole world just felt completely different. And she hadn't had that experience before, and this silence just came to her. And so she just had this really, really beautiful experience come. And I just felt so grateful that she shared that with me. And I just thought, yeah, what the Course actually teaches is that there's no miracles outside of you. And as I'm sharing this with you, it is your miracle. It is your mind that's expanding. It wasn't happening to someone outside of yourself. And I know that we can all get jealous when someone seemingly has an experience, and you feel, oh, I wish that was me, but it was you. It's always your experience. And so that's actually something that I always practice when I listen to someone sharing their miracles. I say thank you, and I take it in as mine. That is the mind expanding in itself, showing that there is no lack, that there is no loss, and that there's no need to see something as being outside, that everything is a direct experience for you and of you and within you. And so that's what I just felt when she shared with me. I just thought, oh, thank you. And I remembered that, and I thought, this is something really important to share, because this is what's shared in the Course in Miracles, that you will come to the point where you will see that what is outside of you, seemingly outside of you, is actually your mind. And of course, that includes bad things, that includes good things. It's all just your mind. It's all just your mind unfolding, however it may look. And that's why we actually have the rules for decision to set ourselves up each day to be aligned with our true purpose. And by not making any decisions by ourselves and keeping that deep connection up front, that is like the most important thing that we have throughout the day. We just have to keep coming back to that very deep connection. And that connection is always here. That connection is here for you now. Even if you're not experiencing it now, let's trust that it is here for you, that it really, really, really is here. And if you're listening to this, then there is a far greater trust than you ever imagined. Because, of course, the ego wants to make us believe that we're not enough, really. That's its whole sort of game. And nothing is ever enough in its eyes. And that's what stops us from this deeper trust and questioning ourselves. But, you know, if you've turned up here today, or you'll be watching this because it's recorded later, is it's like you are finding your way back. Because I want the truth. I want a deeper understanding. So in return, of course, I want those reflections back at me. And if you're listening to this, then that's your prayer too. That's in your mind. And I think this is what actually these shows have been, these episodes have been showing me, that it's a deeper trust. Just before, again, I came on, I was meditating, and there was this urge to go to the Course in Miracles and to, okay, maybe there's a message, another message for me that I can share. And something was saying, no, you just allow everything. Everything's already been given. There's nothing that needs to actually happen. There's nothing actually that needs to be achieved from this. And so this feels like a very new experience for me, not to be so planned in doing something like this, actually going completely live, where anything can happen. And I'm just noticing that I actually feel pretty relaxed with that. So I can see that there's a shift in my mind. And of course, that's what the spirit always wants for you. It has to give you new experiences. I can't keep clinging on to things that maybe aren't working for me, and that I don't know that they're not working for me any longer. You know, it's like a baby with a dummy, isn't it? You know, it helps for a certain period of the time, and then eventually it comes to a time when it doesn't need it. And in a way, this is what this is like. It's like the planning for when I used to do divine intervention was very important. I was extremely nervous. I was very frightened of talking. It was a huge fear of mine. And so to be going into that with no seeming preparation would have actually set me back, because this isn't a pathway in learning in fear, which that would have been way too much for me. Instead, it's actually a learning in joy and in love. And to allow that to come through, to recognize that you're loved. That's the only reason why we do anything. That's the reason why I'm sitting here now. This is just a recognition for myself that I am loved. And that is exactly who I am. And no matter what seemingly happened in the past, or what may happen in the future, the seeming future, is all I have is what's here now. That is literally it. And so this is why we just are in this natural unfoldment that's happening together. Just learning to go deeper together. Setting aside the past. It doesn't matter. None of the thoughts from the past matter. You cannot bring the past with you. There is nothing there. This is the moment that we share, to truly see that there are no problems. To truly see that nothing has ever happened. Nothing is out of place. Everything is in divine order. It's a time of rest, of peace, of joy, of relaxation, to allow something deeper to happen. To feel the blessing in this moment. And we join in very deeply. So we listen and remember the truth. And we can just marvel in silence, in the stillness. Knowing that this moment is absolutely perfect. That this whole configuration is all for you. This is the moment to see something different. To allow the perception just to change. And no matter what happens, nothing can disturb you. Nothing can disrupt your peace. You can just let go of all future thoughts. That something might even be there other than now. Letting go of what you might do later. And just enjoy this holy moment. knowing that you never did anything wrong, nor that you could do anything wrong. We're just remembering together that we are actually dreaming. Not taking the images seriously. Not even taking this image that you're looking at seriously. There's nothing serious going on. It's just an image. This is just an invention. It's a very wild imagination. What you call you. But that isn't the real you. That's the cover up. I like that quote I posted either today or yesterday, that even though you're dreaming, you're actually safe at home. There is no self-concept. And if things do come up, then we allow them to come up. We're not trying to push anything away. Just we really want to see it for what it is. And we just want to ask, is this really true? Can I say that this is really me? Or is this an idea that I have generated through ego thinking? Is it really, really true? Or is it again an elaborate story that I keep making up over and over again? That I need to look past. And sometimes it may feel thick in the mind. It may seem heavy. It may seem disheartening, discouraging. But why don't you just look at it for what it is, without any judgment? Just really look at it. And through that you might see some more stories that you actually built up around the concept that was never true. You've actually been lying to yourself. And of course, when you believe in the concept starts to make stories up, and it wants you to believe in them, even though the stories may not even be true any longer, and they weren't even true then. But through this ego lens, it's become very distorted. And so now you actually are attached to it. So really we're just detaching from that. And that's why we have to ask, is this really, really true? Is this really who I am? Can I be certain of that? As we've just been talking about, if it's from the past, it's over. You're choosing to bring the past with you. But it actually doesn't exist. And let all the feelings up around it. As the Course teaches, it says just gently look upon the fear. There's nothing that actually needs to happen. Fear, false evidence appearing real. The acronym. It just simply wants you to believe that it's real. That's its goal. And it's actually false. And so it's just to stay a little while with the seeming uncomfortable feelings, the uncomfortable thoughts, the uncomfortable beliefs, uncomfortable desires, searching outside yourself. It's all okay. It just needs to be looked at. And you see the nothingness in it. You can let it all go. It's perfectly safe. You're not on your own. You never will be. There's a much deeper connection going on. And this is where we want to stay. Because this dispels everything that you thought you knew. And we can allow ourselves not to know. To really not know. Because there's no need to put our interpretations on anything. Let everything reveal itself to you. Be glad, be joyful that this is the very moment that something new is happening. Something fresh and alive. Something powerful and loving. There's nothing holding you back. Nothing can hold you back. You just have to make that decision. Choose for joy and you will have joy. Choose for peace and you will have peace. Choose for love and you will have love. But really choose for it. Really mean it. And let it be shown to you. Because you don't know what it is. Let go of all the ideas of what peace is. Let go of all the ideas of what joy is. And let go of all your ideas of what love is. And then you can have an experience. Let go of all expectations. And let go of all limitations. Just enjoying this moment. Allowing the connection in deeper and deeper. Knowing that you're so worthy of this love. You are so worthy of all the support that's around you, even though sometimes it doesn't look like there's much support, but it's always there. Take comfort in that. It's always, always there. You just have to want to see it. You can see it as everything's working against you, or you can see it as everything is working for you. Not one small thing is out of place. It's being very vigilant to that support. Relaxing into the trust. I'm going to trust this moment. That's all you can trust. Moment by moment by moment. And just knowing that every moment, everything is being revealed to you. That's actually what I woke up with this morning. I just thought, wow. I think wow, today's the day where my whole mind could be completely expanded and I get to see everything, the whole thing. That's my deepest prayer. Show me everything. Show me the whole thing, whatever it is. I want to see it. I really want to see it. And it's not in the future. So it's like, okay, we have that opportunity now. In every moment. This could be your moment. This could be the very beautiful moment. When you get to see everything. As we just learn to not invest in the form. Just keep coming back. Don't invest in what's temporary. If it won't last, it's not worth your attention. Look beyond everything. Allow that formless state to emerge. is to just know the journey on together. That we're always together. Always. We can keep our eye out for these separation thoughts. How can there be something outside of me? How is that possible? How is it that I can't be connected? How is that possible? If everything's the same, then I really want to see that. I want to see the sameness in everything. I want to have that merge with everything. So that seems like a good prayer to take us into the week. To let go of all differences. To let go of all judgments. And to allow the same to appear. And if we forget, we don't worry. We just simply come back. Remember, there's no right or wrong. But it can be a wonderful, wonderful prayer of merging together into everything that you're doing. You're seemingly doing. So, yeah, thank you so much for joining me. You can feel the peace. And that's what this is all about. We're just letting go together. And so if you want to write any questions or anything that's been on your heart, you can share that in the chat. Or you can message me on Facebook. You can write it in any of my posts. Or you can personal message me. Just maybe something you'd like to talk about. And then we'll have a look at them and see what goes on. It's a joint adventure. Joyful adventure, that's what we're on. So I wish you a very joyful adventure this week. Enjoy watching your mind. Enjoy watching the peace. Enjoy it. Enjoy everything. Yeah. Thank you so much. Such a blessing. Thank you.